back to Yo-Jin-Bo playthrough. So, I'm gonna start another Otome game because I have a guilty pleasure and I really like Otome games. So, I guess, yeah. So, Yo-Jin-Bo takes place in a, half futuristic and half, not really, past, era. So, kinda confusing. And I took off the sounds to this because it was really annoying, so yeah, you're just gonna have to deal with me talking. So, yeah. So, apparently you're Sayori, and that's all I know right now, so, yeah. Just listening to the cicadas was enough to make me sweat. It looked like today was going to be another hot day. Well, everybody said it would be a hot day, but I just couldn't stand this heat every day. And they didn't talk about anything except the nationwide water shortage on the news. It was the same here as it was everywhere else. You could see how much the water level had fallen in the lake. Everybody was worried. So I guess it was natural that they were making a fuss. But the water still came out when you turned on the faucet. So the whole thing didn't feel real. Anyway, I had something more important to worry about. It's all because of the drought. The level of the lake fell enough that archaeological ruins that were supposed to be hidden underwater had started to appear. There was supposed to be some romantic legend about those ruins, wasn't there? A story about a princess or something? Let's see, how did it end? I heard the story when I was little, but now I'd completely forgotten it. But still, it would be exciting to stand in the same place where the legend began. Which is how I ended up deciding to join the excavation in the ruins, even in this heat. I joined the history club because a friend invited me. I liked reading books, so it was fun to look stuff up. But I was usually shut up indoors, so I wasn't used to this terrible heat. It was just too much. I wished our club president would have been considerate enough to schedule this in the early morning or the evening, when it would have been at least a bit cooler. Club president. All members of the history club, please meet up in the public park in the castle grounds. What? Oh, yes. Sayori, you're so slow. You're going to get left behind. Gotta hurry. This place has been underwater for so long that it was really difficult to walk. My shoes were getting all muddy. I should have worn some shoes that I didn't mind getting dirty. Hey, wait up! I started to run as fast as I could, and then it happened. I tripped on something under my feet and stumbled wildly. Ah! I waved my hands around, but it was too late. There was nothing for me to grab a hold of. Yeah! The view in front of me spun before my eyes. Thud. Ow. Not only was I covered in mud, I had landed hard on my rear end. What luck. Did something happen? I'm going on ahead. Wait! I was going to be left behind. Sparkle. Huh, what's that? Did I see something glittering on the ground? Maybe it was a shard of glass. That was close. I was lucky I didn't get cut. For some reason, my interest had been piqued, and I looked more closely at the place under my feet where I tripped. Is that a stone? It was half buried in the mud, but it had somehow caught the strong high noon sun. It glinted with a strange green. Had I seen this stone before? This feeling. Somehow, it was as if my heart were hurting. Okay, I'm gonna pick it up. I stretched out my hand and picked it up. My fingers were coated in mud, but I didn't care. I noticed there was a chain attached to the stone, and that it was very heavy, like it might fall off without someone noticing. A pendant? It did look like the antique pendants I'd seen before in the museums. The stone was surrounded by beautiful decorations. I wondered who it belonged to. There was no way the owner's name would be written on it, right? Hey, Sayori! Hurry up! Are you hurt or something? Are you alright? Yeah, I'm fine. I'm coming right now. But still, it bothered me. Whatever it was that I picked up was all dirty. I tried rubbing it on my shirt, and slowly, the stone appeared from under the caked-on mud. I held it to the sun. That vibrant green. Could this possibly be jade? Jade? My mind was about to fly off on some wild fantasy. A gem, untouched by human hands, waiting in these ruins. The idea was weirdly romantic. Sayori, enough already! Eek! I shook myself and looked up frantically. I could see the club president standing with her hands on her hips, looking as fierce as a temple guardian statue. It was pretty scary. I grasped the pendant tightly and hurried to stand up. I'm sorry. I guess I was spacing out a little. Well, that's no surprise in this heat. But if you kept sitting there, your brains are going to get fried in the sun. Hey, what's that? Well, it's nothing. Really? Get yourself together. Right. It wasn't that I meant to hide it or anything. I just wanted to investigate it a little more. No problem if I handed over the class president later, right? Perhaps I had been drawn in from the moment I saw the light sparkling off of it. If it weren't for that coincidence, it might have never been touched by human hands again. Maybe it had made me trip because it wanted somebody to find it, like serendipity or something. Ah, your skirt's covered in mud. Sucks to be you. Huh? When I held up the back of my skirt and looked at it, it was indeed in terrible condition. Unbelievable. Well, it's hot. It should dry soon. Just shake it, and the mud will come off. I guess so. Anyway, let's hurry up. If we stand here talking, the president will get mad again. Yeah. Once again, I gripped the pendant tightly. I followed closely behind everyone else. ... Wow, I'm tired. We've really been walking all day. We ended up searching until evening, working by the light of the sunset. Sheesh. Was this the history club or the hiking club? The president is a monster. With the president this enthusiastic, the rest of the club suffered. I hadn't done this much walking since my middle school hiking trips, and frankly, I never wanted to walk that far again. Even though I took a long bath, my feet didn't stop aching, and my sunburned face and arms were throbbing. Ow. That was the last time I go out without sunscreen. I was going to blame the club president if I got a farmer's tan. I hoped that my skin wouldn't peel and my skirt was a mess, too. What a day. Worrying about my sun-damaged hair, I blew it dry and fell onto the bed, where I dozed lightly. I'm exhausted. I was so sleepy, the fatigue overcame me all at once. But still, I wanted to take one more look at the pendant. Shaking off the drowsiness, I wrapped myself in a towel and picked it up. When I'd taken a bath earlier, I brought it in with me, so that the dirt had been all cleaned off. For some reason, pouring hot water over it and washing it carefully had been sort of fun. As I rinsed it, little by little, the pendant began to regain what must have been its original shine. When I held it up to the light, it seemed as if a soft green glow were emancipating from the translucent stone. So pretty. Maybe it was jade after all. If it was, I felt sorry for whoever dropped it. Jade was supposed to be pretty expensive. I read in a magazine that there are lots of fake jade out there too. Or maybe I was just wrong, and it was some other kind of stone. Maybe it was just plain glass. Was the chain silver? I thought so, but it was odd. It had been buried in the mud for so long, and it didn't look rusted at all. It just sparkled softly. A friend of mine who really loved silver had told me that it was difficult to take care of because it scratched so easily. The stone overflowing with rich light and brightly shining silver ornaments. I bet it's something really expensive. Oh boy, what should I do? Maybe I shouldn't have walked off with it after all. Now I was really starting to worry. But still, it had been in the middle of the lake. Even if I told somebody about it, I doubted the owner would turn up. No, that's just me being selfish. I'd better take it to the police station tomorrow. And until tomorrow, I'd better take good care of it. I wondered if it would be okay to put it on for a bit. If my mother saw it, she might notice and wonder where I got something so expensive. It was no good. The more I thought, the sleepier I got. I was almost ready to pass out. It was time for bed. Clutching the pendant, I plopped my head down on the pillow. Yawn! Tomorrow, I'd better go back to the ruins, too. Alright, let's get some sleep. Good night. I briefly hoped for good dreams. Voice. Help me, please. My feelings. My regrets. Huh? What? Please help me. What? A voice? I could hear somebody's voice. Is someone there? When I woke up, my room was bathed in green light. What is this? The green light spread throughout the room. It's a dream. There's no way this could be real. Definitely a dream. I was asleep and deep in REM. I was so tired I was having a strange dream. That's it. That was definitely it. I always felt weird the night after a long hike. No way. Why was the room full of light? And what was... Why? Oh, whoops, wrong one. Okay. Why was there a girl floating in thin air? Help me! I shut my eyes tightly. 1 sheep, 2 sheep, 3 sheep, 4. And when I got up to 20 sheep, I made myself open my eyes, hoping the dream had stopped. The sheep died horrible deaths. My room was definitely still full of green light, and there was definitely still a girl floating in the middle of that light. I had no idea who she was. I'd never laid eyes on her, but she was wearing that pendant around her neck, and the light was coming out of it. No way. Maybe she was a ghost haunting the pendant? The ghost of a suicide victim or something? What was I going to do? I'm sorry. I was really bad. I'll give it back, so please don't kill me or anything. Please forgive me. What an idiot I had been. Taking the pendant because I thought it was pretty. Now I'm probably cursed and doomed to turn into a restless spirit. No, that was not my life plan. Please help me. She was coming closer. Apparently I had to do more than apologize. Think. A sutra. I could chant a sutra. What was that sutra again? Please. The girl had stretched out her hands towards me. But what was I going to do if she touched me? There's no place to run. Please. She stretched out her hand, looking as if she was begging for something. I was scared, unbelievably scared, but somehow I knew that she was sad, and her sadness made my heart ache. Take a hold of it. If you look closely, you could tell that the girl was about my age, and if that was the case, why had she died? Why was she asking me to do something? Why was she so sad? I grasped the girl's hand as firmly as I could. For a moment, I thought I could feel her long fingers touching mine. That instant... Huh? Even though my eyes were closed, my field of vision expanded rapidly. There were people wearing armor, people wielding swords, people riding horses, people rushing forward and screaming, people running around, hurrying back and forth, people crouching down. Okay, so I'm gonna end the first episode thing here, and like, subscribe, favorite, message me, do what it is, and thank you for watching.